It's been a long time coming. A long time coming. A long time. A long time coming. A long time.
Yo, Premier Battles, we are in London at the Plug 5 for the Continental Title Match. If you're with us, make some noise. One of these batters are going to walk away with this big, beautiful gold bastard. But on the left-hand side, from Manchester, the king of the fucking jungle, make some noise. Bobby Rex.
And on my right-hand side, the only Irish champ. Make some noise for Vizual, man.
It's a 3-round battle, 5 judges on the line. Round 1 on Vizual, let's go.
Yo, we in here, yeah? Yeah! Bobby Rex in real life. You have never stood on this stage and lied. That's what you said to Schrader, right? Except for when you battle Press 1 with a bunch of racist lines, then said you're not racist, it's what your battle rap persona made you right. But you have never stood on this stage and lied. Except for when you told Georgie not to mention your daughter or you take his life. Or maybe that only applies to someone of his frame and size, because innuendo rapped about her being molested and you were tame inside. No rage in sight. The same battle, you called him a nonce, a real dangerous guy. Told the crowd to imagine it was their daughter he wanted to rape at night, but you didn't have to imagine. He said it to your face and smiled. And after the battle, you dapped him up like he was your mate with pride, but you have never stood on this stage and lied. Except for all the violent threats since this guy's arrest. Because 5 years ago, you swore to change your life and vowed to no longer engage or fight because you were facing time. That is something you tweeted, bro, 2 weeks ago. It amazed my mind, so it's safe to say, standing here, I am not frightened. So be a stand-up guy, Bob. Stop lying, because when you debuted, you were fresh from prison, and that's not a vibe you can reproduce. They threw the book clean at you, and that case opened doors like a secret room. It's like It's like Where's Wally when you open a page and then browse, because without those stripes you're just another face in the crowd. I'm breaking him down, and I'm not saying you weren't a bad man back then, but what I am saying is I'm not afraid of the past tense. I want to kill her. I want to kill her, not someone who talks about what they would have done or used to do. For biting off more than you can chew, your next meal will be through a tube. You're not the right fit for the occasion. Honey, where's my super suit? You have got some nerve. It reminds me of when more details on the dinosaurs were all unearthed, and we realized they had feathers when it got researched, because Rex is softer than we thought at first. He lives a new life, trying to make those days history. Meanwhile, I stayed busy, so don't try act like big bro. That just means you don't want to play with me. And it's close to that when you'd have to play with your bro when you disconnect the controller fast. Because no matter how much I push his buttons, he won't react. I've been writing crazy for a... Yes. Let's go. He won't react. I've been writing crazy for a body like the Zodiac. You're facing a crossroads. It's a Cody match because some have me winning. Others don't give me a hope or chance, and I can see both sides like Moses' path. So I gotta send them home early, like your work told you that they're overstaffed. Text message, hold your chat. I've got this card covered like a poker hand. I am at home, relaxed, being disturbed by an old and sad, lonely man. This is my house. And it's like having dinner with your holy fam. If you want a seat at the table, you'll have to hold these hands. See, when I threaten you, Bob, it's for entertainment, and they know it's that. When I get off stage, I am Michael. There's no facade. Don't get me wrong. If someone throws, then I'm throwing back. But I don't spend every waking moment mad trying to show the fans a persona that I'm supposed to have. So why does he deserve respect? Fuck talking. Buzz Aldrin, your legacy will never be the first to step. You're a... Let's go! Let's go, Vince! You're a performer at best and a cunt at worst. Because trust is earned and big man lied to the people like Gulliver. So I don't want to hear about a life of violent crimes that you weren't into or all the times you got carved into. Congrats, you did some dirt, but your daughter can't dry her eyes with scar tissue. And I can't be talked down to by a man I don't look up to. And I'm just being honest, mate. See, Michael and Viz, we are not the same. One is a creative outlet for the other. And in battle rap, that's commonplace. But you call yourself Bobby Rex in real life to compensate for not being proud of the man you are off the stage. Let's go! Let's go!
So, everybody keeps on telling me you've been on a tear. Brilliant. Been on it where? And been on it against who? Because from where I'm sitting, honestly, this isn't fair. Yeah. You do know that I'm Bobby Rex, right? Yeah. You told me. And that you're Vizual, yeah? And what the fuck are we doing here, man? He's visual impaired. Yeah. Bro, you know that I would smoke you if I didn't prepare. You're not the lineal heir. Premier Battles have set me up today with a plate, a silver spoon, and backstage I've got the comfiest, most magnificent chair. You've got the king of the jungle feeling like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah. All I need now is the gold and I'll be a full-blown slumdog millionaire. Yeah. Now in a minute, you're going to look like Liam Gallagher. Because I'm going to make you put your hands behind your back and stick your chin in the air. Yeah. Then I'm going to uppercut you through the fucking roof for even thinking to dare to stand in front of me today acting like you're not shitting it scared. I don't give a flying fuck how many times you practice your most grimacing stare. I don't give a flying fuck how many times you practice your most grimacing stare, because when you look at the man in your mirror, you still see a quivering square. I am going to rip your fucking soul out like Timpson Repair. Big... I am going to rip your fucking soul out like Timpson Repair. Big Bobby fucking Rex in real life. No Vizual can compare. I am at a level you could never reach. Next to me, Mount Everest is any peak. It's like Mount Snowdon or something. It's like Mount Snowdon or something. And I am colder than the snow at the summit. I've got the crowd giving oohs, ahs to every new bar. Bitch, I'm like a blow to the stomach. So it'd be berserk, believing without leaving Earth you could ever reach the level that I'm at. I will leave you eating dirt. This is easy work for me. It didn't even need to be rehearsed. This is a big shot for Vizual. Most people don't even think that he deserved, because he's a nerd. He just churns out simile after simile after simile after simile. It's like he's just learned this new formula that seems to work. So silly you don't see that shit so similar to everything ever in battle rap history that we have heard. The only thing that you defeats the purpose. The only thing that you defeats the purpose. You already held a gold belt for over 12 months, and after only one defense, the league have deemed it worthless. Now you've got... You already held a gold belt for over 12 months, and after only one defense, the league have deemed it worthless. Now you've got the first shot at this belt for no other fucking reason than to appease the circus. But Premier Battles know if they give you this belt, you've already proved there is no way in hell you'll add enough weight to it for them to feel like they've redeemed the purchase. So these delusions of grandeur, little man, they have got to stop. You have already been a champ and the job was botched. Now in the Continental titles first ever match, I'm Pat Patterson and you're Johnny Rodz, and everybody's here to watch the Irish whipped and then finished off with an atomic drop. Come on, baby. The levels are different. This is a professional in the ring versus a regular citizen. I am better than him in every setting and in every element. I am David Beckham in the dying seconds, sending the ball into Ole Gunnar, then sharing him for his efforts in Yo, real life, the levels are different. This is a professional in the ring versus a regular citizen. I am better than him in every setting and in every element. I am David Beckham in the dying seconds, sending the ball into Ole Gunnar, then sharing him for his efforts to nestle in the corner of the net for the treble win. Visual. I'm even better at them than him. I am better than you have ever been. Better than you have never been. So how the fuck is Vizual your name if I'm the one that's setting the precedent? I am better at everything. And that's already been settled within the very few first minutes of this petty feud that will never be relevant because of you and your ineptitude, plus your resemblance to everything that's mediocre that we have ever consumed. And do you know what? That'll fucking do. Clearly evident I am fucking cooking you. And that was only one round. Good luck for the other two.
So it's the acronym king.
Yes, sir.
Robbie Ashworth.
Go on, I love it.
Really overrated basic bars. Inflated ego.
Yeah.
Arrogant scruff. Honest waste of real talent, hence repeatedly off speed, bro. Let's go!
Well done, bro.
Really overrated basic bars. Inflated ego. Arrogant scruff. Honest waste of real talent, hence repeatedly ops beat, bro. Immature, embarrassed, and stuck. He writes overhyped rubbish. Truth hurts. Regularly outshined by battlers in every Really overrated basic bars. Inflated ego. Arrogant scruff. Honest waste of real talent, hence repeatedly ops beat, bro. Immature, embarrassed, and stuck. He writes overhyped rubbish. Truth hurts. Regularly outshined by battlers in every area. Sloppy, half-written, obnoxious rhymes tarnishing his reputation, offering boxing bouts. It's evident. Attention-seeking, hoping we owe respect to him. Rarely original, but boasting genius. Expect angry shouting, hysterical, without reason. Let's go! Crazy! Let's go! This here, Robbie, oh best believe I'm excited. Audiences see his weakness often repeat. The harsh reality of Bobby's blueprint, it's easy and stupid. His writing only reflects this hubris. Because no one is more impressed by Bobby than Bobby. The guy's an asshole. On his own, in disbelief of the bars he's writing, like that's cold, speechless, blowing his own mind like Black Bolt. I am not impressed. Let's go. Everyone else was ducking Bob, so I'm the one they got instead. I feel like Pickford before a shootout when it's gotten tense. Because I've got the bottle to stop his pen. I have been... Let's go! I have been on a streak, and he won't stop me winning. I got prepared as solitaire. All these cards and no competition. I work in TV, Bob. Putting on a show is my job description. So do your worst. Because outside of that little party trick, all you do is bully nerds to prove your worth. I've got you figured out. If I ever get pocket checked, they would find you in there. Let's go! Because he was online, like Biz is just gonna have punchlines for 3 rounds. Like saying it in advance means it isn't effective. What? So I can beat Francis Ngannou in a fight if I predict him kicking my head in. Catch Bobby in an alleyway, brutally battered. A group of hooligans had him and they were doing some damage. They even went as far as to take his shoes and his jacket, and he's on the ground like, joke's on them, I knew this would happen. He was even saying how his material wouldn't be that deep because sadly there's so much to Viz no one knows outside of the rap scene. But Bob, I'm an open book. It's not my fault you can't read. I'm on LinkedIn. Why is it my problem? You don't know what that means. I am on LinkedIn. Why is it my problem? You don't know what that means. I turned 25 at midnight. I'm young, I know, but I say that just to note, only one of us is coming home with a fully developed frontal lobe. You've got... What? You've got the mental capacity of a little kid. You just make basic material sound good, and I'm sick of it. Makes sense you're a truck driver. You built a career around how you deliver shit, but you don't compete. Every battle, the same song and dance, you go repeat, always taking the piss like you broke the seal. Oh, but you did it in more continents, right? And that was dope to see. But you're not over there with them. You're at home with me. And it's no longer lonely at the top. One of us is going to be dropped, so don't look down. How have you battled in all of those continents and never broke new ground? You are stuck in the same place. I'm not running out of fear. I am punching down, it's clear. A Rex today means there's no visual body because he's been underground for years. Let's go. I am on a level of my own. You're not threatening me, bro. Neither is anyone who considers stepping on my toes. Chris Benoit. I'll kill anyone relatively close. You're not threatening me, bro. Neither is anyone else who considers stepping on my toes. Chris Benoit. I'll kill anyone relatively close. The staff think he's a legend in the shows. They want him to be champ desperately. So if this doesn't end in me getting beat when I'm getting settled on the throne, Briggz will put a strap to my head and squeeze. I'll get shot by the chair like an ejector seat. So for my safety, I really need you to do your best, because I am out of this world and down to earth, and if history repeats, that isn't good news for Rex, because my... What? Let's go, man. Let's go, Viz. Let's go, Viz. Let's go, Viz. I am out of this world and down to earth, and if history repeats, that isn't good news for Rex, because my impact will make you lose your breath. If I were you, I'd request some help, because you are leaving here with your shield or on it, and Rex hasn't got the arms to defend himself. Go ahead, you melt.
Doing the acronym shit better than me is something he didn't do. But clearly, this little farmer fake magician's latest trick to do is to make up a bunch of shit that just isn't true. Just like when you said for the past 800 years, your family have been killing British troops. No, the fuck they haven't, bitch. And guess what, Viz? You are the living proof. You really wish that you was an English dude called Bison Briggz. You really wish that you was an English dude called Bison Briggz, and so you lick his boots. He keeps you in the loop with the latest happenings over at Premier Battles, and you think you're in cahoots. that shit is pretty cute. Briggz' little minion has convinced himself that he is Mini Gru. Now he's disguising himself in group chats in a little ninja suit. Wait, he's disguising himself in group chats in a little ninja suit, waiting to secretly take screenshots of any big dispute or any inner feud that he can report back to Briggz as if it's news. Like, for example, true story.
I never said anything. No. Never. I never said anything. You were doing it. I didn't do shit.
Shut the fuck up. That he can report back to Briggz as if it's news. Like, Sean Craig guesses correctly. It's Gemini and Cold J in the Jazz and Rum Nitty 2-on-2. And he's instantly on his phone with the picture proof like, man, Briggsy, you are gonna fucking hit the roof.
Never.
You grassing little bastard. The type of men I just hate. And don't you lot think it's funny this cunt's got the same exact same head size and shape as 1090 Jake? You grassing little bastard! You really led guys astray, acting like you're the best kind of mate. But anything that they've ever done or said by mistake, you were sending in text to Briggsy like, hey, I've got something for you to check, by the way! You grassing little bastard! Always trying to score brownie points, a trait that no one admires. You're not the final boss, and if you was, you're Joe Messino catching Bassiano on them wires. You grassing little bastard! Guarantee we'd see them wires right now if I EMC you. Please don't. Guarantee we'd see them wires right now if I EMC you. Please don't anybody get too close to this NPC, because he will PNC you. You grassing little bastard! You are VTOX of screenshots. You are VTOX of screenshots. That's how you get on these cards and get these high placements. Not because you write bars, but because you write statements. You grassing little bastard! Always acting like you saved the game and that you're one of its pioneers, when in reality, the only reason I'm battling Vizual is because he's Briggs' eyes and ears. One more time, you grassing little bastard! Police Academy battle off. That's how you've been climbing tiers. Tried for years to do it off the back of your own skill and drive and just couldn't find the gears. Even when you went to No Loose Chat, you said they gave you a new name, like witness protection. And I was like, hang on, give me a second. I stopped and I thought, isn't witness protection something you get when you've snitched on your brethren or you've grassed on somebody in court? Man, you really are a grassing little bastard! Now, I'm not joking. Considering who I'm battling, I'm just not going to talk. Anything I say can and will be used against me. That's your little slogan, right? Anything I say can and will be used against me. That's your little slogan, right? Bro, I would kill you for my safety. You said you grew up fighting, put down the walkie-talkie then. Let's see if You said you grew up fighting, put down the walkie-talkie then. Let's see if I don't dog walk you and make it extremely fucking difficult for you to talk again. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see if you can deal with the force of them. Because I find it fucking disgusting. You form a friendship knowing soon that person will be your former friend because you're going to inform on them. Just the idea of that shit to me is so foreign. So back to what I was saying earlier to this little fat bitch. No comment! Time!
You said you wanted to remind people of your position in this. What would that be, Bob? Number 2, your whole career you've mostly suffered. Runner-up in Anarchy and Division 1. Lost the title match. The only way to go is upwards, and I won the league that you lost, plus 2 title matches. You could say I stole his thunder. Now the king of the jungle is in the sights of a trophy hunter. You will forever be second place, even when giving it your best and the people booking you were literally your friends. I think you're a great guy, Bob, but you're dismissive as a threat, and the story's told by the medals gifted round his neck, because the heart of gold sits behind the silver on his chest. And it wasn't long ago, it was every event, spending the dough you earned filling your nose with dirt when you could have spent the weekend with your daughter, but Coke's preferred, out on a Friday, back on a Sunday, sell on Don't Disturb. So how are you going to tell me to get my dad on the phone when your daughter can't get hold of hers? What?
Everybody knows that's not true.
And,
My best friend.
and you know what's worse? They act like you actually raised her, and it shows his nerve a little too. Typical scapegoat, getting credit you don't deserve for something you didn't do. But you were doing well, Bob. until Raptor's back in the bout and you two grab a bag and you're out. Almost 40 years of age, still sniffing lines and battle rapping for clout. You know what's better than being the king of the jungle? Being the man of the house. You were doing well, Bob, until Raptor's back in the bout and you two grab a bag and you're out, almost 40 years old, still sniffing lines and battle rapping for clout. You know what's better than being the king of the jungle? Being the man of the house. It's so sad. He says he relates to the traits that lions, dinosaurs, and goats have. Being an animal is his whole brand because he can't relate to being a grown man. Let's go. Let's throw back to when you said you'd never battle for because Briggz and them have helped you with your image of yourself, and you wanted to repay that with loyalty and resist the added wealth until Prem meets you a star. Then it's on Twitter like, please book me, only thinking of himself. Well, that kind of reminds me of Logan Paul and the drinks that he would sell. Because you sold out at the start of your prime, and when I make the hype fizzle out, you'll dwell and spend the rest sitting on the shelf. This is no longer the rec show. You've got a mountain to climb, the most active I've ever been. No doubt it's my prime. Think back to Steve Rogers being found in the ice when he ran from the set and wound up outside. Because all the visual display surrounding the guy made him realize he's out of his time. Let's go. Fucking dinosaur. You should have called yourself a dog from the start, because your highlights to me are a walk in the park. And I did it without favors, an honest person, constant working. I didn't get my looks from them like adoptive parents, so watch him nervous. Like I'm not someone that come fears till I've won clear, trying to stop Visual, put a scratch on his record like, record? Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering why. Go ahead! They might think you're top tier, but Bob, I am way greater, and I will die on that hill like Jay Slater. You relapsed for a title match and thought sniffing stuff would make your writtens tough, but Bizzle won, and today's outcome isn't different, son. Teacup ride. I'll spin this mug. You tried to... Let's go. You tried to expose Yunnan... Sorry, bro. There you go. You tried to expose Yunnan's addiction to drugs like it was front page news, but if you cut the irony from your rhymes, it would affect your punch rate too. Since you live in a glass house, you should have known it would get heated when sun came through. And the last time you tried to get sober, Bobby Rex was winning. Relentless spitting, impressive ratings. It's funny, you only started to cook when you left the kitchens, but these days, you are less convincing. It's a tragedy, G. You're in deep water, stranded at sea, so you will not land on your feet. Man, I will treat your family tree like Adam and Eve, picking them off till there's no one left to carry your genes. Go! You'll be forgotten about in a matter of weeks like the Fantasy League. I am winning this battle with ease, but he already knows that. I'm just turning the knife like an amnesty scheme. All week he was WhatsApping me saying he's prepared to die because he knows his rhymes aren't up to scratch and he's scared of mine. And I didn't say shit. I just let the beast lurk inside, playing the long game. Fergie time. This isn't hard work, it's fine. You heard Quill when he spit writtens. Viz is a magician. How can I roll my sleeves up? I got too many tricks in him. Bro, I sold my soul for this, and your head was part of the deal in the bargain agreed. This arm, heart on my sleeve. This arm, mark of the beast. The Continental title is starting with me. Fuck off.
So imagine you called yourself Vizual, and this is the one you've created. Imagine you call yourself Vizual, and this is the one you've created. So fucking horribly dated. Bro, you have got a mullet and a mustache. You look like somebody LSD has probably dated. Big up LSD. You look like somebody LSD has probably dated. You look like a motherfucking undercover cop in the 80s. A mullet and a mustache. You look like somebody LSD has most probably dated. You look like a motherfucking undercover cop in the 80s. And I'm sorry to say this, but losing to somebody that looks like you do is not on today's list. I will turn up at your fucking front door with big choppers and gauges. If you turn up at my front door, it's with one of the bailiffs. Yo, I would turn up at your front door with big choppers and gauges. If you turn up at my front door, it's with one of the bailiffs. But taking what I possess in the form of flesh is the only way that I am offering payments. You have lost to every single top tier you have ever faced. And they wasn't as dangerous as what you are stood in front of today, bitch. This is one for the ages, like Sonic on Sega's. Oh, you like that? This is because that's what you do. Let me do another one. Because this is one for the ages, like fossils in glaciers. No, I'm doing another one. Yo, you have lost to every single top tier you have ever faced. And they wasn't as dangerous as what you are stood in front of today, bitch. This is one for the ages, like Sonic on Sega's. You want me to do a different one? Yeah. Because that's what you do. This is one for the ages, like fossils in glaciers. No, actually, this is one for the ages, like Ronnie and Mavis. Because they're old. This is one for... All right, last one. It didn't pop because he fucked it up for me. Yo, this is one for the ages, like big fight night boxing in Vegas. And after you get absolutely bodied to Davis, they'll be saying my name forever, like popular phrases. Now pay homage to greatness. I'm already not in the greatest of moods after being cheated out of the last belt. So this time I won't leave any doubt. And didn't you say you're the Irish GOAT? Yeah, well, I'm also leaving with that pelt as well. Then I'm gonna punch... Didn't you say that you're the Irish GOAT? Yeah, well, I'm also leaving with that pelt as well. Then I'm gonna punch you in your fucking teeth because crack sells. Then I'm gonna I can't remember the bit before it. Then I'm gonna punch you in your fucking teeth because crack sells. You take mad L's. And a lot of the time, you're killing yourself, and it isn't pretty to see. Like when you said to Quill that he's an idiot for whistling for 800 quid, and then said you're not an idiot, because you did it for free. I mean, which part of the bigger picture there didn't you see? Fuck that Continental title, give it him if he needs it. Even with it, he's never gonna be bigger than me. You are about as little can be. So how could you ever belittle me? You can't even be bigger. Man, fuck that Continental title. Give it him if he needs it. Even with it, he's never going to be bigger than me. You are about as little can be. How could you ever belittle me? You can't even be bigger, you. This is a king of a jungle versus a chimp in a zoo. You are a big fish in a small pond, and I just wish that you knew. Because these are very important points, and you're acting like you're unaware of them. I know you like to think that you're a shark, but you are a shark in an aquarium. I will rip off your body parts, and I'll start wearing them. Grabbing his arms, tearing them straight off of his chubby shoulders. I need tougher fucking opposition. Somebody should have told you. Nobody's coming close to Bobby when he's cooking and on smoke, especially these lesbian-looking blokes that feed. I need tougher fucking opposition. Somebody should have told you. Nobody's coming close to Bobby when he's cooking and on smoke, especially these lesbian-looking blokes that vape, so get to fuck your little donut. You'll get a belt around your face before that belt's around your waist. Oh, yeah. Get to fuck your little donut. You'll get a belt... You'll get a belt around your face before that belt's around your waist. And for the past 2 rounds, I've been stood there measuring to load up, hit him with a 2-piece, knocked him out for 2 weeks. They had to tell him when he woke up, Bobby's the new champion. They had to hit him with a 2-piece, knocked him out for 2 weeks. They had to tell him when he woke up, Bobby's the new champion. But it's not all bad. You have been getting shown love for the effort that you showed us. Now get it through your thick skull. You are never rubbing shoulders with the greats of battle rap because this just ain't a natural habitat for you pretenders and you posers. Now the all-important time has come. Time for you to admit it. Be honest. And I know it's going to feel like a fucking kick in the bollocks, but I really am the king of the jungle. You're not even king of a forest. Maybe one day if you work hard, you could make it as like prince of a florist. But in the meantime, no. I can't remember it, bro. Admit it, be honest. And I know it's going to feel like a fucking kick in the bollocks, but I really am the king of the jungle. You're not even king of a forest. Maybe one day, if you work hard, you could make it as like prince of a florist. But in the meantime, the dishes are in the sink, bitch. And when you finish them off, if you've done a good enough job, I'll let you hold that gold belt and let you give it a polish. See, I was born for the thing. I walk like a champion, talk like a champion, and these lot already called me a king. This is Premier Battles, the real hype, and I am Bobby Rex. In real life. See, it's not just punchline. It takes more than you think. Blood, sweat, and tears for nearly 10 years, I left it all in the ring. And now finally the day has come. The coronation of the Continental Champion and Briggs' new favourite son. And out of the past 3 rounds, I never gave you one. So it's a pretty safe assumption then to say I've won. See, I'm not the type to say he's going to do it. I'm the type to do it and then say it's done. Time, motherfucker.
Stay where you are. We're going to get a quick decision and then we'll go for the break. Yo, if the judges can get Bloodstro their decision. Premier Battles, we are in London for the Plug 5 for an absolute incredible Continental title match. If you like that, show some love, London. But with the title matches, there can only be one winner and one person will walk away with this big, beautiful gold bitch. We did go to the judges. And the first ever Continental title champion of Premier Battles from Manchester, Bobby Rex!
We're about to have a 10-minute break, and then we're going to come back to the last 2 battles.
A long time coming.